What's up, guys? I am your bearded dynamo, and today we delve into mythology. We jump through historical views on this particular beast. Today we're talking about werewolves. That's right, guys, we're talking about werewolves, and right here we've got Werewolf The Apocalypse, Earthblood on the PS5. Now, I've had a chance to play a little bit, but we're going to hold that until we get back. Stay tuned, guys! Right, and welcome back. That's right, guys, we're talking about Werewolf The Apocalypse, Earthblood on the PS5. Now, this was a game that I liked. You know, it wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. Now, I do have a fairly long clip, including the intro cinematic, which is phenomenal. It is so great, and it covers a lot of the information really quick, and just looks beautiful. So, without further ado, I give you Werewolf The Apocalypse, Earthblood.
The Wild. The Weaver. And the Worm. Three primal forces from which the world Gaia springs. The Wild is creation, formless and abundant. The Weaver shapes, making order out of chaos. The Worm, whose purpose was to destroy the old, to make room for the new, went mad. Now, a force of corruption, feeding on greed, malice, and hate. It ravages Gaia. Through its unwitting accomplices, mankind, the balance between those three forces is long gone now. Insidiously, the worm gains more and more ground every day, vitalized by the damage humans have brought to the earth. We, the werewolves, remain, born of man, beast, and spirit. We are the vindication of Gaia and the Wild.
Alright, guys, and let's get started with Werewolf The Apocalypse, Earthblood. Now, I went ahead and I started after the intro cutscene, which I thought was flipping awesome. Really hope you guys agreed. Now, so Werewolf The Apocalypse, Earthblood. This is an action role-playing game.
Best way to get Indra out of the region is to attack their bottom line.
We
have a plan to convince them there's no profit to be had here.
You know, there's a lot of tutorial
Milla,
and a lot of stuff that it's teaching you.
I've recently gained access to the system that controls all the on-site oil pumps.
Tabletop game
That's our target.
called Werewolf The Apocalypse,
we tamper with
and
the
this
pumps
is part
and
of
send
that.
dummy data to the system to make them
I
think
looked it
their
up,
oil
and
field
it's
has run
part
dry.
of the World of
Will that
Darkness
really be enough?
series.
According
this
to the
game came
internal
out
files
in
I got
February
my hands on,
of 2021,
they treat unprofitable
February 4th
sites like
to be
gangrenous
exact.
limbs. They'll give this one the chop right away.
And it did come out on, it was on Windows, the PS4, the PS5,
even if we
the
do
One,
manage
the
to
Series
push
X.
them
So it
out,
came out
they'll
on a
only
lot
set
of
up
different,
somewhere else.
a lot of the different
We need to
platforms.
hurt them, bring them down,
and of course,
not chase them away.
Kahal
We've already
is
talked about this,
bearded,
Kahal.
bald,
too close to the cairn.
dynamo, as
if
it
we
were,
stage an attack, they'll look for the ones who did
who
it.
is a
I don't
werewolf
want Indra's eyes on our home. Our best
ego
option is to work in the shadows. But if something goes wrong, my wife ends up on
He's
her
trying to
own
stop
in
the
enemy
guys
territory.
that are.
I don't like it.
I
I'm
want
going
to
to
say
be
it's
fine,
oil,
Carl.
from what I can tell.
We've been
But yeah,
preparing this for weeks. We've calculated the
fragging,
risks.
And
if there's
pretty
any
much
sign of
just
trouble,
wiping
you and
the
I go in
landscape
and
out.
retrieve her.
You know,
But I'd rather we stay
the
covert.
cairn,
Milla will have
tribe,
the easiest time on her
the
own.
pack.
I'm heading out.
They've all kind of come together.
I want to
and
be
they're
done
like,
before
no way,
daybreak.
This is not
Take
gonna
care of
happen.
Adana while I'm away. I think she's
So,
going a little crazy all cooped up in
What
here.
they're doing right now is
It's
kinda
our
just
duty
setting
to
up
be
and planning
here.
their attack.
She needs to learn that it's hers too.
There's not a whole
She's
lot,
just a teenager, Carl.
you know, of actual gameplay
We were
to show
young
you
once
guys
too,
right
remember?
this second.
Take
you
care
get
of her
through the
while I'm out.
conversation bits.
Love you.
And then you finally get to
See you
leave and
soon.
start your tutorial. But Cahal is cool. Like, and apparently everyone can do it. At least everyone who can transform can do it. Is, full-on wolf.
Just touched down on the sights
And the werewolf, which they gave them different names, which was kind of different. But yeah, this game seems to take place in areas in the American Northwest. Now, of course, like I said, you can shapeshift into a wolf, back to a human, or werewolf to perform various tasks, exploring, conversation, combat. One of my favorite points so far. It's also not a first person. Like, it's not like the first person mode in Skyrim. It is third person, which I wish I could say something different, but I really I love the third person view. It gives me such joy, to watch over the shadow and shoulder of a character who's just, getting their goals accomplished, and I think it's great. And like I said, if you take a look, visually it looks really good, and that could be the 50 frames per second. I'm sorry, 60 frames if I said 50. But yeah, transform into a wolf, use that wolf transformation, getting into small openings. Plus there is, like I'm showing you guys here, there is a certain level of spy aspect, because Cahal is having to turn off cameras, unlock doors, and that's kind of what's referenced here. The wolf is used for exploration, tracking, spying, stealth, and being able to go through the narrow passages in the game. Cahal is great for your interactions, using machines, like having conversations with people. And of course, the werewolf form is essentially combat. And when you're human, no one's really aware that the player is actually a werewolf, So you can kind of wander around and just be like, my name's Bob, and now, roar, I'm a werewolf. So it's really cool. And, I love this whole kind of, semi-spy aspect, stealth aspect. And then having him transform and just getting this crazy, just werewolf battle mode. Now, they do have a skill tree. You have different archetypes connected to strengths and weaknesses. And you'll get, based on nature, because that's what this is all about, the wild, trying to avoid succumbing to the worm, which is essentially violence, hate. You can get a bunch of power-ups that are basically nature-based, or drawn from nature. And you have to make sure, because I didn't really show it in this clip, but you sort of control Cahal's mood in a sense. You have options of what you can say, what conversation options, and you have to basically control his rage. Like, you need to be his rage management. The werewolf's rage kind of rises, as Cahal learns about the stuff that we've been doing, the pollution, the greed. And if the player does that, then you basically get a violent monster, if you kind of give in too much to that. And here we have the first werewolf transformation. It's a little lackluster, but it is really cool. Because you're huge, you're this beast man, and you're able to literally just pummel through. It's fantastic. Like I said, it's got a smooth combat system for the most part. It's got a fairly solid story. I mean, it's kind of an odd one, but it's good, and it plays well. And I really feel for Cahal. Now, I can't tell you why I feel for Cahal, but I do. You know, he genuinely seems like he wants to do good. Genuinely seems like he wants, you know, a good, solid environment for, you know, for his daughter to grow up in. And he really just seems like he wants his tribe, he wants his pack to just be able to live happy. And, you know, this company here that they've decided to take on and battle, you know, they're really, you know, taking this whole, you know, take the resources thing really far. But then again, you know, thinking about it just a second ago, you know, kind of obvious they might be taking it a little seriously. I mean, look, they've got guys with, like, riot shields and guns that are specifically set up to take on werewolves. Like, come on, guys. A little bit of paranoia. But that's what I was talking about, you know, when I first set up, before I started the clip, you know, was we're dispelling myth. We're delving into mystery. And this is just one facet. This is just one idea, one thought. Hey, I believe maybe this happened. That's all we've got here. This is opinion. And in my opinion, from what I can tell so far, the reviews seem to be kind of wishy-washy. You know, and I do. I feel bad for it. You know, IGN gave it a 4 out of 10. Metacritic gave it a 42%. The audience rating review on Google gave it a 2.9 out of 5. But PC Gamer, for some reason, gave it a 79. So, you know, it's weird. You know, and I know that werewolves are sort of lacking in games. Like, they don't put enough out there with werewolves. You know, yeah, Skyrim, you could turn into a werewolf, but, you know, if you didn't know that you had to do it or know that you were running that quest line, it never happened. So having a character like Cahal, it's surprising, and it's really awesome. And the World of Darkness series, you know, that world has a lot going on. And I think that's something that could be really awesome going forward. But, oh, shoot, almost missed it. So yeah, these are like enemy werewolves. Like, they've literally employed or created like enemy werewolves. And unfortunately, Cahal just had to watch, you know, his wife be murdered by this shadow dancer, or tiny dancer, black dancer. But then, you know, you get to see real combat. A werewolf fighting humans is kind of no big deal, you know. But a werewolf fighting a werewolf, now that's a fight. And playing through, yes, I do have it on basically easy mode. I wanted to be able to give you guys visual, kind of tell a story, and, you know, give my basic review of the game. Just my honest personal opinion. It looks really good. It is sort of clunky at times. You know, so if you're asking me if you can pick it up used, go for it. But I wouldn't necessarily say go pick it up new.
No.
I mean, you know, it is $50 new.
It's me, Cahal. Listen
Not
to
bad.
me.
So you can
Damn it!
probably snag it for less. However, if we're going off of things right
Need
now,
to fight the rage.
you know, I'm gonna say that the Bearded Dynamo gives Werewolf The Apocalypse Earthblood
Stop it!
a 3 out of 5. Good, not great. Could be good. Maybe
What have I done?
Maybe they can put out an update.
Rafik, there's no time to
adjust
mourn.
a few things.
We need to go.
But thanks for tuning in, guys. Be with you in a minute. Alright, guys, that was Werewolf the Apocalypse Earthblood, here with your bearded Dynamo. Now, if you had any thoughts on it, if you had any, hey, I want to say that, go ahead and leave it in the comments down below and I'll get back to you. Love having conversations with folks. Can't wait to talk to you. Also, like and subscribe, that way you can be part of the Bearded Dynamo family. And, if you'd like to stay up on what we're doing, go ahead and hit that bell notification icon. Anytime I post a video, you'll be notified. I really appreciate everybody tuning in today. I love being able to share my passion with you guys. And video games are my passion. Video games are one of the things that I love so much in my life. Like many of you, they were something that was there when not many were. So, thanks for tuning in. Same beard time, same beard channel. You guys have a great one. Bye-bye.